welcome to yet another sensational episode of Z Connect. Yup, this is truly sensational. UAE is one of the first countries to have moved towards normalcy with its tremendous efforts to contain the pandemic. There are some malls that are open now, some restaurants, and there are some new movie releases as well. Dubai has welcomed an entourage from the Hindi film industry to film a web series right here in the heart of Dubai. And when stars descend, they descend right here on Z Connect. The web series titled Seventh Sense is being produced by Gaurang Doshi Productions, and with us are the members of the cast and crew. Welcome to Z Connect, Gaurang.
Thank you so much.
So tell me, how did you manage to pull off this production in the middle of a pandemic?
So कहते हैं ना कि जब ऊपर वाला देता है तो छप्पड़ फाड़ के देता है. So once you think something and be after it, things starts moving at its place. So it started all with that, and then spoke to Karan, and he was supportive. So was the crew, the actors of mine, and they showed trust in us.
Let me add to that. So it's in fact all credit to Gaurang sir, the way he has with what confidence and assurity he has made all of us, pull the team together and get us over here by itself has been like a mammoth task. I cannot, to have that confidence and to give everyone that assurity, especially when everyone is so negative during, the pandemic. It is not easy to be positive, but with his energy, he sent it forth, sent it to me, and I sent it back to my crew, and that's how we've been able to be here. And this is no short of a miracle, if I may say so. And the vision that he has and that I have been married, and I think that we're going to have something that's. I think that you're not going to see this scale or these kind of production value ever before on any OTT platform. This is nothing less. He's treated nothing less than a big budget film, if I may say so. So yeah.
Tell me, why did you choose Karan to helm this project?
Honestly, मैंने करण की फिल्म ही नहीं देखी है. मैं जब करण को मिला ना तो I was completely flabbergasted because his vision was matching, as very rightly Karan said, that we married because his vision was also big and we gelled so well. His sensibility for the script, for the shoot, the way, the styling, the palettes, what he's very clear in his mind. एक डायरेक्टर का क्लियर होना बहुत तो मायने रखता है एक प्रोड्यूसर के लिए, that he is confident and he knows what he wants, and that is the best beauty for a producer कि हाँ यार ये तो कमाल है. And we gelled with each other where the scripting was concerned in every ways, every part, and he's a producer's director. ये स्टीवन स्पिलबर्ग है मेरा, because उसकी विजन उससे नीचे ही नहीं है, and which I actually love about it. It is like a baby जो होता है ना, he wants to make his way out, and which he did also.
Tell me, what kind of films excite you? What are these dream projects that you want to work on?
A lot of films can inspire you, but today I think our narratives are very different. It's what calls to me or what I want to do is what is not seen. That is what excites me, and I don't think so that you have inspirations from people in the past, but I think what I look forward to is experimenting or touching new ground.
मेरी लाइफ की एक चीज़ बहुत क्लियर है कि ह्यूमर चाहिए फिल्म में, बिकॉज हर किसी के घर में इतना दुख है ना कि भाई सब परेशान घूम रहे हैं. सो इट इज़ माइट एज वेल यू गिव देम एज ऑफ द सीट फिल्म्स विद ह्यूमर, एंटरटेनमेंट, एंड लेट देम गो बैक होम. मैं कोई यहाँ समाज सेवा करने नहीं आया हूँ, एंटरटेन करने आया हूँ लोगों का, बिकॉज मेरा वो फ़र्ज़ है उनको करना. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी बोथ एवरीबडी वी एम एट. एंड यस, इसमें भी ह्यूमर है, बट उतना ऑफकोर्स लेवल का नहीं है, बिकॉज ये स्क्रिप्ट ही इट्स अ डिफरेंट लेवल स्क्रिप्ट. सो बट या स्टिल देयर इज ब्लैक ह्यूमर, पोको ह्यूमर इज देयर.
Thank you very much, Karan and Gaurang, for being on Z Connect with us.
Thank you so much.
Madhwan, welcome to Z Connect.
Thank you.
So, firstly, tell me, how have you been coping up and helping others in these times?
It's a very morbid time for everybody. It's the kind of time that people have never seen before in our generation or many, many generations before and after us. So, to keep up the cheer has been my object, and it's not easy, Everybody goes through craziness at home because of the complexities of how lifestyle has changed because of the COVID era. So I thought I was very patient, I was very graceful, I thought I was very cool tempered. But I'm none of that. I realized COVID made me realize that I have huge faults. And so I'm just trying to see how I can make everybody smile.
Madhavan, tell me, how have you adapted to the changes in the film industry, from the type of films that were made at the time when you started out to the kind of work that is being done today?
I've realized the only thing constant is change. And I needed to be perceptive enough to see what those changes are going to be to keep myself relevant. I think the only challenge that I have won so far, or any actor who's managed to survive for multiple decades in the industry, is that you're still relevant and still doing better work than before. That, I think, is testimony to the fact that you've managed to at least predict correctly how the industry will be changing. For me, that is a constant fight. I mean, the day I lose interest in how the industry is changing, that is the day my retirement has begun.
Tell me, do you feel a void with the passing of your good friend Nishikant Kamath?
Well, Nishikant was a brilliant filmmaker. From Dombivli Fast to every film that he's done, Mumbai Meri Jaan, I just feel sad that we're not even able to say goodbye. In this era, not just him, I've lost relatives who were there, and then suddenly just a picture has been sent. Earlier on, there was closure. At least you could go to the crematorium, pay homage and everything. But now, just a photograph. So to imagine that they're not there anymore is almost unreal. So the fact that it has hit me that I will never meet Nishikant Kamath again, but I'm not able to believe it. I'm not able to. I'm almost saying that I'll go to the Diwali party and Rishi Kapoor ji will be there. It's there. Or maybe he's late, or maybe he's not going to come. He's never going to come. Has not sunk into me.
Today we're here for the launch of the web series Seven Sense. So back to work again.
I'm very excited about it because we are getting to go on the floor almost after 7 months, and it's going to be very difficult. I can tell you right away, it's going to be difficult because the freedom with which I was able to pursue my characters earlier on is going to be challenged. Simply because, like I was just telling another media, earlier on you had the freedom to just be in character. You had the freedom to, be either Flight Lieutenant Rathod or Ashley or whoever it is. Make sure you deliver the shot and go. But now I realize that you can get into character, but you have to wear a mask till you get into the shot. And as soon as I'm wearing a mask, I become Madhavan. I don't become that character, right? So the time period between opening my mask and getting into character and getting into the shot is going to be a challenge.
Thank you very much.
Megha Nandari, thank you.
More of these stars in the coming episodes, but for now, a really short break. And after those healthy breakfast and lunch options last week, let's see what Tasneem is preparing for us today in Swad Se Swagat.
स्वाद से स्वागत है आप सबका in yet another episode. I hope you guys are keeping home, keeping safe, getting work done nevertheless. So what we're planning to make today is creamy chicken and spinach. So as I was mentioning, for most people, it will be a cheat meal, but the good thing is that it's got spinach in it. And I feel this recipe really very well masks the flavors of spinach. So let's get started then. So to begin with, I am using chicken legs. Feel free to use thighs, whatever you like. I feel legs and thighs work the best. So all of my chicken goes in there. Now, I know a lot of people like to poke their chicken in while marinating. This dish, however, has such rich flavors that I don't think that's required. So I am not going to be poking any holes through my chicken today. So into my chicken goes some sea salt. Now, don't add too much salt because of two reasons. One, the cream is going to be very rich, so that will already make it feel a little salty. And two, we're using spinach, and spinach naturally is very salty. Second, freshly crushed black pepper. That should do it. And last but not the least, I am using smoked paprika. That adds this delicious smoky flavor to it. It's kind of like, हमारे जो देसी कबाब होते हैं and they put that little coal in the middle. This is the equivalent for that coal. Now I'm just gonna go in with my hands, mix it out really well. So now as you can see, we've got our chicken nice and coated all over. And this is gonna go into the pan now. So now I'm gonna put my pan on And to that, I will add butter. So I'm not going to use too much, just a very tiny amount. Enough to just have the base nicely lubricated. Make sure to have your heat on low because you don't want to burn the butter. And now, just before I put the chicken in, I'm going to increase the heat. And in goes the chicken, skin side down. Okay, so now we have been occasionally flipping it over, and when you see it becomes a nice, crispy, crunchy golden color, the skin, we will put these aside. Okay, now it depends on the amount of fat that has released from the chicken skin. If it's a lot, make sure you take it off. Luckily, we don't have very much here, so no changes to be made. So into this, I'm going to put a little butter again. Just a very tiny bit, not too much, since we already have that delicious chicken skin fat. Now, make sure your heat is turned down to low. Again, don't want to burn the butter. And as soon as we have put this in, we will put our garlic, microplane it in. So for 4 chicken legs, I am using 4 cloves of garlic. Now that we have our garlic in, I'm just going to move it around a little bit so that all the fats cover the garlic well and the flavors get nicely incorporated. Okay, now when I am going to add 1 cup of chicken stock. Now, if you use the direct liquid stock, go for it. If you use the cubes over here, I have used 3/4 of a cube with 1 cup of water. And we just continue mixing slightly. And increase your heat now so that it comes to a boil. So now that the water is boiling, we're going to be adding milk and cream. So here I have used 1/2 cup of cooking cream and 1/2 cup of fresh milk. So into our gravy base it goes, and we just let it come back to a boil again. Okay, now that this is boiling, we are going in with our next, which is dried thyme. So I'm going to use 1 teaspoon. Now, if you realize, this is literally the only herb and spice that we're using. And this, in combination with the garlic, bellissimo. Now, the one thing that I feel adds that perfect kick to the recipe is lemon juice. So we're just gonna go in with the lemon juice. Now, it depends on how much you like. I personally like it slightly extra tangy. And don't be worried, your milk and your cream is not going to split. And now for the final ingredient in the gravy, our spinach. So here I have 2 cups of baby spinach, and into my dish it goes. Now it may seem like a lot, but you've cooked spinach before, you know it will shrink into nothing. Make sure all the spinach gets well coated in the gravy, because otherwise adha kacha, adha pakka, not fun. Give it a nice toss in the gravy. So now that our gravy is bubbling vigorously, and you can see that a lot of the stiffness from the spinach is gone, we are ready to add the chicken back in. So here goes the fried chicken. Maybe you've baked it, so the baked chicken. And what I'm going to do is just toss it around a little bit so it kind of gets some of the gravy as well as the spinach on top of it, because this is going to go into the oven now. And if your chicken is well coated, it's going to really become one flavor once it comes back out. So we're just going to do a quick taste test for the salt, and then into the baking dish. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna go eat this right now. Just kidding. We're gonna put this into the baking dish now. The salt is perfect, the lemon slightly extra, the way I like it. So make sure your baking dish is small enough to submerge the chicken pieces. And now that we have this ready, so into the oven this goes 180 degrees centigrade for about 30 to 40 minutes. But the moment you see the gravy becoming thick, you know it's ready. Ta-da! Chicken is ready. Dinner is served. Now I will plate it. You see how that crispy skin has held the chicken in place. And And some spinach to go with it. Oh, delicious. Now you can add a side of salad. You can do whatever you like. I like having it with a side of bread. So, got 2 different breads here. And there we have it. Our creamy, crispy on the inside, creamy on the outside, spinach chicken, delicious, full of flavor, packed, perfect cheat meal. But if you're going heavy on the gym, perfect meal on a regular basis. Enjoy it, guys. Until next time.
For our creamy spinach and chicken, I will start with using chicken legs. To that, I will add some sea salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. I will let that sit for a while and then add some butter into my pan. Next, I will fry the chicken in that butter, flipping midway. Once that's done, I'll set that aside and I'll add some garlic to my pan. And then I will add chicken stock. To that, I will add half a cup of cream and half a cup of milk, also known as half and half, and let that boil. Once that has come to a boil, I will add dried thyme, lemon juice, and our final ingredient, baby spinach. Give that a good toss and make sure all the spinach is nicely combined in all that gravy. To that, add the chicken that was set aside. This goes into the oven now at 180 degrees centigrade for about 30 to 40 minutes. And finally, let's plate this delicious creamy dish. To this, you can add a side of salad. I personally like using bread.
Some more healthy talk coming up right after this little break. Welcome back. Counting with healthy eating, whether you want to lose weight, build muscle, or even help save the planet and animals, Munchbox has it all covered. Munchbox has experts whom they call snackologists that have come up with a wide range of healthy, mouth-watering snacks and dedicated variety boxes that meet all your dietary requirements. Let's go ahead and meet the wonderful people behind this concept. So the founder, the creator of Munchbox is right here with me. Welcome, Mahmood.
Thank you, Priya.
Right, so Mahmood, before we get on to munching all of these amazing munchies and snacks that we have right here with us, tell me all about Munchbox and how did you arrive at starting something like this?
Okay, great. So our journey with Munchbox started around 6 years ago. I was always into fitness and running and so on. And I was working for a chocolate company. When I joined the chocolate company, I gained 6 kilos in 2 months. And I decided that's it, no more unhealthy snacking.
Yeah.
So I go to the supermarket and I look at all the healthy bars out there. And when you flip them, you find the first ingredient is usually sugar, high fructose glucose. It's not healthy. So I did some Googling and I found that there's nobody making healthy snacks and delivering them in Dubai. So I decided to leave my job and start Munchbox. That's how it started. And the ethos of the company is we make snacks that we want our families to eat. So we don't put any nasties in the snacks. All the snacks are clean, they're healthy, they're good for you. We don't add any sugar in any of our snacks, and we cater to many different dietary needs.
Yeah.
So we have the low-calorie snacks, we have the keto snacks, we have the high-protein snacks. We try to cover all the snacking needs of the UAE population.
COVID times, have you done something during these times or how have you actually coped up with these times?
So that's a very good question. COVID was, of course, as everybody knows, was a game changer. So the behavior of the consumer and the needs of the consumer shifted from them walking into the supermarket and buying their snacks to them spending a lot of time at home, especially with the lockdown. And what do you do when you stay at home? You end up walking back and forth to the fridge looking for something to eat, and you end up snacking. We
that
all do
all the
it. Yeah,
time.
we all do it. So we tapped into our database of customers. We were calling them and asking them, how are you changing your snacking habits? So we compensated the dip in retail by launching new snacks online to help people snack at home.
Great, Mahmood. I think you've had a wonderful time so far with the brand, but I'm sure you have plans for it, the future plans. Where do you see yourself with Munchbox 5 years from now?
So if you asked me 3 years ago, I would have said I want Munchbox to be present in several countries.
Yeah.
That's where we are now. So the vision now for Munchbox is two things. One, to expand into more and more countries. And secondly, to play in more and more categories. So Munchbox will be the trusted healthy food brand that you can find in almost every aisle of the supermarket.
Wonderful. Mahmood, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, my pleasure. Thank you
Can I
very
get
much.
down to munching these boxes
Absolutely,
now?
absolutely. Help yourself.
Thank you. All right, so let's now meet the COO of Munchbox. Welcome, Radhika.
Welcome to Munchbox and thank you.
Right, so Radhika, tell me all about the processes and the product in Munchbox, the different kind of snacks that you develop.
Wonderful. Okay, so Munchbox primarily is about clean eating, healthy eating. The ethos of the company is no sugar added. We don't have anything that is with sugar. If you do find something sweet, and there's a lot of our products which are sweet, it's all natural. It's all coming from fruits, dates, from natural sweeteners, etc. The second pillar of Munchbox, I would say, is it's got to be clean label. So we don't add any nasties. You won't find, a million E numbers or chemical products, etc. in our thing. And the third and the most important one for Munchbox is have fun, be innovative.
So you've made some new launches in COVID times. Tell us more about that.
Right. So during COVID, we realized that we needed to come up with some more snacks which people could enjoy in their homes, since everyone was working from home. They were, children were home, schools were off, universities were off. And we decided that we are going to give something to everyone, to everyone's palate. And that's when we launched 6 new boxes, which are 44 new snacks. And interestingly enough, we just did 2 new launches last week.
Wow.
So we have launched something for children. And given that children need that healthy snack when they go back to school, so they get to make their own snacks, they get to eat delicious snacks, and they get to learn that healthy eating doesn't have to be boring or not delicious.
Yeah.
So we kind of help mums out there a little bit.
That is wonderful. So what are the kind of things that they can make?
So we've at the moment started with 2 different snack boxes where they can make either Rice Krispie date balls or they can make something with oats. It's an activity for play dates, it's an activity for when they're just bored, weekend activities, and it's got very good reception. So we know that this is working. We know mums are excited about it. We know children are excited about it. And all the snacks are sugar-free, all the snacks are clean label, and all the snacks are made by our hands lovingly for the children.
Radhika, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great pleasure talking to you and knowing all about Munchbox. And now I just look forward to eating it.
Likewise, and we hope you enjoy all our snacks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We come to an end of this episode. While you keep munching with us, do keep sharing your thoughts and feedback with us on our social media handles below. Keep watching Zee Connect. Until next week, this is me, Priya, signing off.